Alright, it's time to get serious. And negative. Not negative, but, well, no, negative. Well, serious. Well, yeah, negative. Okay. Now, I've been wanting to make a dedicated video on this deck for probably the past, I would say, 2 weeks. I really want to make a YouTube video on this deck. It is, without a doubt, as y'all know, I've been back in Clash, playing Clash daily for 5 months now. This right here is, hands down, without a doubt, the most meta-killing and broken deck I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, there's a lot of reasons for this, and I'm going to explain every single one of them. Here's the thing. 4 of these cards in this deck are getting nerfed September 1st. So, if you want to use this deck, you have 8 days to get as much medals as you possibly can. It is one of the most disgusting decks in the game for a multitude of reasons. Spirit Empress needs an emergency nerf. She's getting a nerf. I don't even think it's big enough of a nerf. They're only nerfing her health. Spirit Empress, she's way too tanky. She has way too much range. The minions, they need an emergency nerf. They're very, very, very good. I think their nerf is going to offset them a little bit. The Goblin Curse, one of the most broken and gimmicky cards in the game. They're barely even nerfing this card. Like, barely even nerfing this card. It's actually disgusting. And then, as we all know, the Furnace. It's already received 3 nerfs. It's getting a 4th nerf. Broken. Now, there are cards in this deck that should get nerfs that are not going to get nerfs. 2 more. I think the Rage is fine where it's at. It just got nerfed. The Goblin Giant. In its evolution form. I'm not talking about the regular Goblin Giant. The regular Goblin Giant is completely balanced. The Goblin Giant, in its evolution form, is one of the most stupid and gimmicky cards in the game, especially when it's being combined with the Goblin Curse and the Rage. The reason why you always see these 3 decks, it's like the holy trinity of Clash Royale brain rot. The reason why you always see all 3 of these cards in the same deck is because the Goblin Curse offers damage amplification, and the Rage speeds up the rate at which the Goblin Giant attacks and spawns goblins. As you know, when he's in his evolution form, he spawns goblins once he reaches half HP. Now, here's deep, deep, deep bag work. I'm going to use this deck in a challenge. You have 2 options. You can use Royal Chef or Cannoneer. It's what you prefer. I'm going to go with Cannoneer because everybody runs Furnace, and I think Cannoneer, like, actually hard counters Furnace. Like, genuinely hard counters Furnace. So, I wanted to show you guys how good this deck actually is. And there's no better way of doing that than a good old challenge, bro. Alright? No better way of doing it than a good old challenge. Clan, please. Guys, please, please, please. Clan, please, please. Give me 1 day here, 1 day. Goblin Giant. I'm overstimulated. Overstimulated! Empress, minions. Where's the minions? Where's the minions? Curse, Rage, Barbarian Barrel. Oh, I didn't even explain the Barbarian Barrel. What are we missing, chat? Oh, yeah. Goblin Machine. Okay. Now, most broken deck in the game, hands down, without a doubt. If you disagree, argue with a wall, bro. Now, the goal is to go 12-0 with this deck. Now, I want to explain every single reason why this deck is broken. I think in the intro I explained probably 6 reasons. I forgot the Barbarian Barrel is a must-have card in this deck. The reason why the Barbarian Barrel, which is a very niche card, is required in this deck, you normally see Barbarian Barrel in Tornado, but the reason why Barbarian Barrel is so common in this deck is because it also counters the Furnace. So, the Goblin Machine counters the... I'm just going to eat that. The Goblin Machine counters the Furnace, so does the Barbarian Barrel. Now, the reason why I think decks like this specifically are really, really, really bad for the game is because I think it promotes a really bad playstyle. Like, I think it promotes a playstyle of kind of just, you're spamming Goblin Giants, you're spamming Furnaces. There's no actual thought process going into any of your decision making. And you're just relying on 5 broken cards that should all get nerfs. Now, what I will say is this. I'm going to run some of the games with the Cannoneer. I'm going to run some of the games with the Royal Chef. Like I said, this deck is getting nerfs, like 4 nerfs, in like 6 days. So get it. I'm just going to defensive Goblin Giant here. Like, that's how brain rotted is. But make sure you nerf, like, make sure you get in your games with it while you can. Now, I will say this. Will the nerf kill this deck? I don't think the nerf will kill this deck. Will the nerf make this deck worse? Slightly, yes. Like, I think the deck will get slightly worse, but I don't think anything could possibly kill this deck. It's the most brain rot deck in the game. Wait, this guy's actually pressuring me really well. This guy's a decent player. I think that was one of the most valuable Barbarian builds I've ever done in my entire life. We got Spear Goblins and Ice Spirit and mitigated to Wall Breaker damage. Oh, also, the Goblin Machine needs a range nerf. Like, 100%. It needs a range nerf. Dude, the Goblin Machine will be 9 tiles away from your tower and still connect. It's, like, actually stupid. Well, chat, we have our Evo Goblin Giant and our Evo Furnace, so this is just going to be tower down for this guy. There's literally nothing he could do. It is the best deck in the game for a reason. There's nothing he could do, bro. There's not a single, like, combination of units that could even stop this push. And, yeah, it's already tower down. Goblin Machine's on tower. Dark Goblin's dead. Tower's dead. And, yeah, that's tower down, my boys. And then we're just going to be able to... Wait, he might have defended? Maybe? Wait, this guy's... Okay, this guy's kind of locked. I think we're still chilling, though. We just have to defend this properly. I think we're good. Yo, this guy was not bad. Look at the Ground Empress. Bro, also, the Ground Empress does, like, an alarming amount of damage. It's actually insane. I think he's going to keep spamming and try to get tower, which is smart. I don't know if he's going to be able to, though. No, sir. Let's go! First game with the deck, a W, as expected. That guy was decent. I feel like if I check that guy's profile, I feel like he's the ultimate champ. I feel like that guy's definitely, yeah, 15,000 trophies, playing for the game for 9 years. Yeah, ultimate champion. I figured, bro, that guy was solid. That guy was definitely solid. I feel like challenges in Clash Royale have matchmaking. I don't know what it is. Oh! Oh my god, I forgot. There's a new emote that popped up on my orometer. Dude, somebody hit me with this emote last night. I think it's the most swagged out emote in the game. It's the Royal Piggy going. I don't think I have it unlocked. I want to see if I do. I don't think I do. Chad, do y'all know the emote I'm talking about? It's the Royal Piggy nodding his head. I need to like it so I'm more likely of getting it. Where is it? Where he be? Where he be? Chat, maybe I do have it? Wait. Don't tell me they took it out of the shop. Chat, did they take it out of the shop? No. This emote is aura. Someone did this to me last night while they were 3-crowding me. I've never felt more aura in my life. I added it to my wish list, which means I'm more likely to get it. A little bit of a fun fact there. But yeah, we're going to play this whole challenge with this deck. We're going to see if we can get 12 wins. We've actually never gotten 12 wins on a YouTube video challenge yet. I think if there's any deck we're going to do it with, it's going to be this. Remind me to try out Chef. I wanted to try out half the games with Chef, half the games with Cannoneer. So this guy's running Skeleton Barrel Poison. But yeah, I think I explained all the reasons that I wanted to explain as to why this deck is broken. But the main reason that kind of bums me out is, like, I just think if decks like this stay in the meta, it ends up just being really bad for the game. When Goblin Gianting first play is, like, actually a good play, because you're getting to the Evo, it's just dumb, bro. It's just bad for the game. This is definitely going to be a Goblin Giant with this 150,000%. We have Curse Rage ready to go. No, he has a P.E.K.K.A. But yeah, man, I think I explained everything I could, and now we're just going to get into the gameplay. I don't think there's anything else for me to possibly explain about this deck. 4 of the cards are getting emergency nerfs, so that's cool. Wow, we just cheap defended that entire push. But yeah, I personally run the Cannoneer just because of the Furnace. You can run whatever you want. I would highly recommend, until September 1st, when all these nerfs come out, I would recommend to just keep on running the Cannoneer. It's such a good building. He popped his ability, which was a pretty good ability, but it's not great because my Furnace is going to stay alive, and maybe we're going to get the Goblin Giant down, and this is the push right here. All you do is just put the Goblin Giant in front of the Empress and the Furnace, and it's over. There's nothing he could possibly do to defend this. Here's the Curse. Here's the Rage, and that's tower down. It's like I said, man, I'm using 4 brain cells total. This is the deck. Like, if you want to try it, try it. This is the deck. It's just... I was going to show you on my battle log, too. I have not lost to a deck more in my entire life than this deck. Bro, this season of ladder has been a roller coaster. Kind of like every season of ladder for me. But, bro, I was at 2,700 medals. This deck started popping up on the radar about... Yeah, he literally gave up. We literally made our opponent completely and totally give up. We're on the second game of the day with this deck. We made our opponent give up. Now, I'm going to try with Chev. Just so I can kind of let y'all boys know what version I think is more broken. I know a lot of pros and stuff run Chef, but I also see a lot of ladder players run the Cannoneer. But yeah, man, we did it all on stream. Type of 1 in the chat if you were there for the streams. But like around a week ago, I got up to number 90 in the world, which was like the happiest day of my life. And then one day after that, this deck started popping up on the radar, and it doesn't matter what range I'm at, whether it's 2,500, 2,400, 2,300, I just lose to this deck. And this deck right here might be the #1 reason why I don't end up getting a top 1,000 finish. It's such a broken deck. And it's one of those things where it's like, I could run it, but I don't even want to run it in ladder because I feel like I'm just stunting my growth as a player. Like, I don't know. The fact that I am just making people quit and I have no experience on this deck is disgusting in and of itself. Like, there shouldn't... See, now, this is what I mean. I'm going to eat that damage and literally just Goblin Giant. Which, like, fundamentally is bad Clash. Like, that's not even good Clash. But that's what I'm going to do. If I would have had Cannoneer, I don't think the Wall Breakers would have did any damage. I'm probably going to Empress. Okay, that was a really bad Empress, but it's okay. I think the barrel could save us here. Nice, the barrel's gonna hit the hunter. Alright, so this could be our first loss of the video. I hope we lose. I don't think we're going to, though. This could be our first loss. I could have raged that, but I'd rather support the Furnace. We have a massive deficit. Oh, we're gonna eat that every day of the week. I don't think he wall breakered at 10 elixir. I don't think he has too much elixir right now. We're gonna go right back in. He might have a Mega Knight. Yeah, he has a Mega Knight, but he had to put it down pretty late, and I think that could be Tower. Maybe it's Tower. It's just so easy, bro. Chat, it's literally just so easy. And guess what? We made him waste his Evo Mega Knight. It didn't even stop the Tower. Now we're going to make sure we Goblin Giant, and we're going to have a level 16. We're going to have a level 16 Goblin Giant. We're going to rage the bats. This is absolutely gorgeous, dude. We might actually go undefeated to 12 wins. Which, if that doesn't show you how broken this deck is, I don't know what will. We're definitely going to curse this. That Hunter's going to be dead if the Fire Spirit jumps. Nice! I think we definitely throw an Empress in the pocket to keep our Furnace alive longer. Those are level 12 Goblins on the level 11 tower, which means they're going to get 3-shot. And we might have made another opponent give up. Keep in mind, we were literally losing this game, and now he's on the brink of giving up. I don't know, man. Part of me wants to run this deck in ladder, but it's like... I just feel like... I don't know. If we go 12-0, we made him give up. Oh my... In game number 2 and game number 3, our opponent literally rage quit. So, in 3 battles, we have a 66.7% likelihood of our opponent rage quitting. That's 3 battles. 66.7. In other words, 667. This is an absolutely catastrophic starting hand. We don't have any of our Evos. I guess I'll just machine into that. You never really want to cycle rage on tower, but I only do it if my opponent's not doing anything. The thing is, that Skeleton King is going to give us a lot of curse value, so that's good. Yeah. Alright, we're definitely Empressing here. I like to Empress very low. I'm going to Furnace late. That way the Fire Spirit spawns late, and then it actually jumps into the barrel. Very perfect. Very nice. He has to keep on defending over there. I think we just eat the entire right and then just go in on the left. There's no need. Let's just Barbarian Barrel. I kind of want to spam down my Goblin Giant just to get the pancake. I would say the only, like, skill gap between Cannoneer and Chef is, like, with Royal Chef, you do have to know when to make sure your pancakes are valuable. And sometimes that means just spamming down a Goblin Giant. But if spamming down a Goblin Giant is a skill gap, then I don't know what else could be considered as a skill gap. And I think that's already game over. Yeah, he lost yet again. 4 wins, 0 losses with this deck, man. Literally have not lost a single game. I mean, his tower's going to be like 800 health. That's a level 12 machine. If I would have raged it early, I would have got 2 additional hits, but I don't really care. I like to keep my elixir high with decks like this that are this heavy. But yeah, man. Hands down, without a doubt, the best deck in the game. It's also the most popular deck in the game in Ultimate Champion. Like, I've played this deck like 9 times in the last 28 battles, probably. I'd say I play it 1 out of every 3 games, which is absolutely disgusting to think about. That's a dead Ice Wizard. I'm just going to Empress over the middle to snipe down the cannon cart and then also snipe down the Ice Wizard. I'm going to go Goblin Machine to block my Empress. I want to keep that Empress alive as long as possible. We're going to rage to get rid of the Skeleton Barrel. And then we're just going to start with a nice little Goblin Giant in the back. Look at the Goblin Machine just putting in work like always. Yo, by the way, this Spirit Empress has gotten so much value. My God! She's like 85% health and she killed 3 different troops. That's disgusting. We definitely barreled here. I'm just going to go Machine. And then we are definitely just going to Curse and Rage. You always want to Rage the Evo Goblin Giant as much as humanly... Just look at the damage. And we can not only take tower, but also afford a Goblin Giant in the pocket. It's like, I don't know, this is one of those decks where every time you win, you, like, actually feel bad for your opponent. That's why I'm not really going to be BMing at all, because it's like, bro, none of the games have even been close, man. Remember, challenges do get harder as you go on, so I'm assuming we're going to play some really good people once we get to, like, 8 or 9 wins, but, yeah, bro, 4 wins, 0 losses. None of the games have really been that close, besides the first game. It's just been complete and utter domination. If we go 12-0 with this deck, I'm at a loss for words. So, yet again, I think it's better to Goblin Giant first play, because I'd rather have a level 12 Goblin Giant than a level 12 Furnace, because I like to get those level 12 Spear Goblins. I feel like a level 12 Furnace isn't really that different than a level 11 Furnace. Okay, he's going to Mega Knight into this. That's good because the Pancake's going to go to the Giant, which is really cool. There we go. It's going to tank a little bit more health. Now, I think if we go... I think I should probably go Empress behind this. Wait, that might have been a decent Hog Rider out of him. This Firecracker's going to be really annoying because she does melt the minions. It's just disgusting that the Spirit Empress actually one-shots Firecracker. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, this deck is just a common case of, like, Supercell releasing a card. Nobody really used the card. It was underused, so then they just basically buffed the hell out of the card, which is what they did with the Spirit Empress. I'm definitely going to Goblin Giant with this just to give the Furnace more value. I feel like he's going to have to go Skeleton Dragons or something. If he does, I'm literally just going to Curse Rage. I think I have to Rage this anyways. Bro, whenever... It's going to kill the... Yeah, that's Tower, man. It's just... Bro, this deck is actually so brain dead, dude. I don't even know what to say. This is just such a brain dead deck. And I feel like... Yeah, he's hogging into that. That was a really good hog by him. He's going to do a lot of damage from that Firecracker. But yeah, I don't know, like, this guy's deck actually takes some brain cells. My deck takes none. So I'm probably gonna win. Dude, and that's another thing I forgot to tell y'all, bro. Like, bro, my cousin... Dude, my cousin was at 1,300 medals. I literally told him, he's like, yo, could you give me a deck? I'm like, dude, use this deck. This was literally 4 days ago. He went from 1,300 medals. On God, he's in the clan. I can show you guys. He went from 1,300 medals to 2,000 medals, top 9,000 in the world, in 4 days with this broken-ass deck. It's absolutely disgusting. Don't tell me that's Tower. Oh my God. Chat, we might get yet another give up here. I don't know why he wouldn't give up. It's literally unwinnable. Could we 3-crown him? He's like full defending and he might get 3-crowned. But yeah, I only really make videos like this about decks when I'm actually passionate and I think something needs to change in the game. It's just like, I don't know, decks where you literally are just running gimmick cards like Goblin Curse and then Goblin Giantsing first play, which promotes first-handing people and sequencing them. I think it's just really bad for the game. So, I make videos like this because I'm just passionate about the game, obviously, and I don't want to see decks like this in the meta for more than a week. And this deck's been in the meta for like a week, so I know 4 of the cards are getting nerfs, but I think this card needs a nerf. This card needs a range nerf. This card is fine. I think the Barbarian Barrel is fine. The Rage is also fine. So I would say 6 of the 8 cards in this deck need nerfs, like honestly. The Goblin Machine needs a range nerf, and the Goblin Giant, when it's in its evolution form, needs to spawn less goblins, and I think it's fine. Even if you slow down the goblins spawning, like 5%. Ooh, this guy has Mighty Miner. This, I would say, is probably the best counter to this deck. Because it's hard to curse rage him. It's really hard to spell him, too. I'm definitely going to curse that, though, because I want to flip these into goblins. It'll just be annoying for the Mighty Miner. Good ability out of him. Dude, if he pumps, we might... Yeah, I think... I don't really know what deck he's using, but I'm going to try to just all-in him because he just pumped. And there's really... I have no other choice. I think if I go Empress, Furnace, Machine, he's just cooked. He's probably going to go Mighty Miner. Wait, maybe we just rage this? Those are dead archers. Maybe we curse this to hit the pump and the Mighty Miner? Wow, he actually defended with a pump down. Alright, this could be our first loss of the video. This is not going to be easy by any means. I wish I had my Goblin Giant to punish the pump, but he... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This guy probably has the best deck to beat this deck. Because I can't kill his Elixir Pumps, and I also can't kill his Mighty Miner. This very well could be the best deck in the game to counter this. Well, not anymore. Oh no, we're gonna get a good Barbarian Barrel on him. He's in a little bit of danger. The Evo Archers are slightly annoying. I feel like we just let those Evo Archers go. There's no way they do over 1,000 damage in a level 11 form. If he lane switches, I'm going to rage. Nah, we're good. Lane switching would have been the play there for him. So here's the thing. Because he has Expo, I think we have a chance. Because my deck has so many beefy, like, tanks, you know? I'm probably going to Goblin Giant. I want to keep the Furnace alive if possible. Furnace, live, live, live. Yes! Oh, it's gonna be tough! We're down like 200 damage. Yeah, not being able to kill the pumps is sort of cooking me. That was a close one. He might Archer, so I could Curse Rage. There's the Archers. There's the Curse Rage. Those are some dead Archers. I think we just Barbarian Barreled and we're good here. He lane switched. Interesting. I'm going to let the Expo lock. Oh, no. I meant to say I'm going to let the Expo lock the Goblins. No, that might be Tower. No! Wait, we lived. We lived. We lived. 2 fireballs and we lose. Wait, chat. What are his spells? Why do I feel like this guy's a sneaky rocket? Bro, what are his spells? This has to be a Goblin Giant. Rage all this? Bro, I should have cursed before I rage. What am I doing? Bro, I'm trying to wait for, like, the skeletons. No! No, I was gonna flip those into... Does he have a spell? He does. No! Yeah, I don't know. That, in my opinion, that was probably the worst matchup. I just couldn't kill his pumps. And then his Mighty Miner just melts the Goblin Giant. I definitely made some mistakes, though. The only reason why we lost is because of the Elixir Pump, though. If he just has so much more Elixir than me, it's really hard to win. But, you know, every deck has weaknesses, obviously. I still think we could get 12 wins with this. And get our first ever 12 win on stream. I really do believe we could get 12 wins. But yeah, bro, not being able to kill the pump is tough. This guy has Archer Queen skeletons. Maybe he's using... This could be another pump deck. Maybe it's Piggies, but I feel like Piggies doesn't run skeletons. Or no, Piggies does run skeletons, right? Yeah, maybe he is using Piggies. Dude, I think he is using Piggies. Piggies could be interesting. He can't really kill the minions, though. I feel like I shouldn't have Empressed and then just Goblin Gianted and took his tower. It's okay. Remember, this deck is all about just pure, like, aggression. Furnace is good for the Piggies. Barbarian Barrel is also good for the Piggies. Wow. We only got a rocket shot there just because of the pancake from the Royal Chef. Chat, 5 wins, 1 loss. Let's try to get 12. Let's go. Alright, so he's going to go Archer Queen. I'm going to go Furnace to back. I feel like he's going to go like Skellies or something. Dude, he couldn't give me a rocket? Come on, 12 wins, 12 wins, 12 wins. Let's go. 12 wins, we got this. Get the Iowas Here's rolling. Okay. Nice! Good defense. Come on! This is going to be tough to win, bro. The Cannon, the Skellies, the Archer Queen. He's got a lot of stuff. He has a lot of good stuff. Yeah. It's always the next push. Okay, that was pretty nice. Dude, he has no spell for the minions because all he has is Earthquake Log. That's a bad cannon! Rage all this! Come on! Curse! Wow, this guy's locked. I feel like he might have overcommit a little bit. Alright, this is definitely a Goblin Machine. Wait, no. Empress to snipe down the cannon. Rage all of this. Oh my god, we hit the Skellies. That's tower. He's in so much trouble. Oh my god. Oh god. Dude, as soon as the Rage hit the Skellies, I knew it was over. Chat! Can we get 12 wins or what? I don't know. It's getting close. Dude, we're 6-1, 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. Chat, I don't know. It might be time to get the Iowas Here's rolling. Ooh, this guy's Cannoneer. Okay, after playing with both decks, I do think Royal Chef is the wave. I just think the level 12, like getting the over-level troops is just so broken in like big decks like this. Ooh, Royal Recruits could be an interesting matchup. Goblin Cage, 9 times out of 10, means Royal Recruits or Lava Hound. Now, if he has Lava Hound... Oh, God, it's Recruits. I was going to say. If he has Lava Hound, he's going to get 3 crown. But if he has Recruits, he has a chance. Because Lava Hound, I have so many answers for air. I like to always tank for my Empress just to keep her, like... Oh, yeah, this is really beautiful. This is beautiful! Maybe even a Goblin Giant, bro. Oh, my God! Wait, I might have actually just lost the game. That was a bad Goblin Giant. Dude, I might take his tower, but I think if he arrows my minions, my tower's gone. No, he has Evo Cage! Oh, no! Give me something, daddy, 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 daddy. It's okay. We're in this game. Relax, chat. Relax. We forced out the Evo Cage. God, this is a close battle. Bro, come on! 12 wins! Get the Hypos here, Roman! I don't really like any of my answers for this. Oh, God! That's also my fault for cycling the Furnace in the wrong lane. He does not have an Evo Cage, so all he has is like Flying Machine or Recruits. Why do you have a Mighty Miner? Why do you have a Mighty Miner? Why do you have... Nobody who's ever ran Recruits ever... Wait! Did y'all see what just happened? Alright, this deck is stupid. Because... This is what I'm saying, bro. Because the Evo Goblin Giant is... Wait, is he about to get 3 crown? Oh! Oh! Whoa! Wait, what? Wait, what? How did we almost 3 crown him? Excuse me, bro? How did we almost 3 crown him, though, twin? Dude, I need to explain what just happened. I honestly might even go match replay on this one. I'm not even trolling. That is so dumb. We're going to individually take all 3 of his towers. Like, I want to make myself clear. Like, we didn't just 3 crown him. We individually took all 3 towers. Like, 1 push, 2 push, 3 push. Okay. I'm going to go match replay just to show you how broken this deck is. And this is what I'm saying with the Evo Goblin Giant and why I think it needs a slight nerf. Because I know that they're nerfing 4 of the cards in this deck. They need to be nerfing 6 of the cards in this deck. They have to nerf the Goblin Machine's range, and they also have to nerf the Goblin Giant. Alright, we're going to skip right to what I'm talking about. Alright. This right here is why the Goblin Giant is a broken card. Now, I will say this. His Mighty Miner placement wasn't great, but it doesn't change the interaction. Okay. So as you guys can see, whenever the Goblin Giant reaches less than 50 HP, he starts spawning goblins. I think the speed at which he spawns goblins should maybe get like a 5 to 6% nerf, because he spawns them way too fast. So, in about 1 second, the Mighty Miner is going to kill the Goblin Giant, right? Wrong. Because he instantly spawned a goblin, the Mighty Miner got distracted to the closest unit to it, and then immediately started focusing on the goblin and not the Goblin Giant. Which, that tiny interaction is what lost him his tower. And then, we fast forward, right? So my Furnace is 1 HP, my Goblin Giant is 30% HP, and he shoots a fireball. So my push should be dead, right? Because the Goblin Giant is level 12, it tanks the fireball. And because it tanks the fireball, the King Tower is still activating. So it spawns like 4 goblins within that time frame. Look how much damage it does. And because the goblins are level 12, it's getting 3-shot. Like, if he doesn't put a Flying Machine down, he actually gets 3 crowned. Is that not disgusting? Like, Supercell! Who is balancing these cards? Do you know what I'm saying? Is that not insane? 7 wins. Oh my god, we're actually about to get a 12 win. We're about to get a 12 win challenge live, bro. A 12 win challenge live. Wait, he has Chef. Maybe he's using my deck. Never mind, he's not using my deck. Whoa, no, not my deck. I do not want to take credit for this monstrosity. I think we just Goblin Giant to the side. Is this just a curse? Yep, that's a dead Marcher. This guy's a pretty creative deck here. I see what he's trying to do with the Goblin Drill and the Magic Archer, like getting a lineup on the tower. It's pretty smart. It's very, very creative. I'm gonna go Furnace into this. Oh, God! Wait, if I distract the Marcher, maybe I could minions? Nice, okay. Beautiful. Wait. Don't die. No, the Furnace died! Wait, he has no elixir, though. He just went Tornado Zap. Wait, curse this? Oh, dear God, he's in trouble. Rage, come on, flip it! Yes! Oh! I'm about to nut. How did he survive the arrows, man? Oh my God! This deck is stupid! Dude, I'm actually tempted to use this in ladder. I'm not even trolling. It's just so broken. Oh, dear God. It is so broken. Same thing. If he goes Marcher, I'm going to have to Barbarian Barrel. If I go high Goblin Machine, it could... Nice. It'll block. It's kind of what we wanted. Okay, that's a dead Pecker. Bad NATO, it did not kill the Furnace. Can we Goblin Giant? I might have to go defensive drill. He's so cooked, man. I feel bad, bro. This deck's not even fair, dude. This is the most stress-free and relaxed 12 wins I've ever seen in my life. Our only loss was to an elixir pump that we couldn't kill. That was our only loss. Because our spells are Curse Rage. So chat, on a scale, after watching 9 games, on a scale of 1 through 10, ooh, this guy's been playing for 9 years, he might be decent. On a scale of 1 through 10, how no skill do you actually think this deck is? Or low skill? Because obviously every deck takes skill, obviously. How low skill? 10, 10, 6 to 7. Really, guys? Ooh, Mighty Miner. This could be interesting. Mighty Miner does definitely destroy the Goblin Giant. At least this guy has a fighting chance, you know what I mean? At least he has a Miter. But he has Goblin Drill, so... Wait, could I just eat this? Bro, my favorite thing to do is just eat wall breakers. It's like my favorite little thing. I think we just Empress with the Goblin Machine and probably take tower. Yo, Goblin Machine, could you do me a favor and rocket the Firecracker? Alright, no worries, bro. Wait, she one-shot the Fire Spirit, one-shot the Firecracker, and... Cool, did... Wow, and then 3-shot the tower, and... Not only that, he had to over... Yeah, I'm just eating this. I'm just going all in. The only thing is, he's going to go Mighty Miner, so how do I kill this? Maybe Barbarian Barrel instantly to distract him? I'm going to have to, like, predict a Barbarian Barrel and get him to get distracted. Alright, he's going to go Mighty Miner, like, now. I have to predict the Barbarian Barrel. And then I want a minion so he lane switches. Nice, we predicted it. And then maybe a Rage. Wait, that's a dead Miner? Come on! Yes! That's good damage. That's really... Wait, is that tower taking damage? It is. Good God. Good God, this deck! Eat that again. Just keep eating these. I have to start going for his right side tower, because Curse Rage takes his left. Oh, or the fucking... Or the Fire Spirit. Dude, I want to go Goblin Giant minions. That way he can't Mighty Miner. Because now he has to lane switch, you know? We have to defend the wall breakers. Defend the wall breakers! Defend the wall breakers! I like to pressure while he's going in. Probably just a Rage. Wait, get distracted on a Goblin again? Oh, okay. Well played. Do not let him take tower, whatever we do. Wait, he actually got tower because of the firecracker. The Evo firecracker, man! Good God, that card is 8. Wait, he's gonna lane switch with his Mighty Miner. Predicted, idiot! Come on! It's too predictable. It's low-key the best game of the video. I'm not gonna lie. I think we just eat the drill. The drill is so non-threatening when there's... Definitely not eating those, though. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This is a good-ass game. Wow, he just wins off of, like, gimmick damage. Okay. I have to Goblin Giant the pocket and just go all in. No, I like men. Why would he go the front? Wait. 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 Nine wins, 1 loss. Lord have mercy! Alright. Wait, I need to fix my emote collection. I actually forgot about this. Yo, our starting 8 for emotes is beyond mid. Alright. I'm going full toxic. I don't care anymore. Alright. First things first. This is a must. What else do I want in my emote collection? I just want toxic emotes, bro. How are we looking? How are we looking? How are we looking? How are we looking? How are we? I mean, that's beautiful, no? 9 wins, 1 loss. Good God! Yo, it's time to get the I Was Years rolling. We might actually go 12-1. Yeah, I just can't wait for the day of Clash Royale where Goblin Curse becomes like a niche card and not a necessary card. 9 wins, 1 loss, which y'all know what that means, bro. Our opponent is also on 9 wins because that's how challenges work. So let's see how this goes. I feel like Night Then Furnace means Goblin Hut Graveyard. Which means he doesn't have much for minions because he has to poison. Yep. There's the hut. Yeah. I do have the Goblin Curse for his graveyards, which I like. I kind of just want a Goblin Giant again. I mean, I know he's like 1 card away from Hut. Hold up. That Furnace might live. It's going to be tough to tell because he poisoned outside of the zone and the Furnace is level 12. Oh my God, the Furnace lived. It's already over. It's already over. Good God. We just did like 86 million damage. He might Graveyard. I want to get rid of that tank as fast as possible. There goes the supporting unit. Bro, the Barbarian build is so good for cheap defending the Furnace. If we win this, we're 10-1. 10-1. First time using this deck. I love when people Goblin Hut like that because it's like, I do feel like it's a waste of a card. I just think the Goblin Hut's only good when there's troops approaching it, and instead of supporting the Furnace, I'm just going to machine the back. The reason why I didn't Goblin Giant, because I don't want a Goblin Giant into the Hut, but now we outcycled his Hut. So now he's like 2 cards away from Hut, right? Alright, he's going to Graveyard. Yeah, that's a dead Knight, dead Tower. Bro, and then it's like we also just have... I don't know, man. We have a graveyard. Or we have a graveyard hard counter. Wait, look at the 3 crown real quick. Chat. Chat. I feel like what I'm doing is ridiculously unintelligent, but I don't even know if anything matters with this deck. Stop. Stop. I don't even want a 3 crown. Please stop. Dude, this is why I'm trying to say, like, I think the worst thing that this deck promotes is just the fact that, like, being stupid is the smartest thing you can do with this deck. And I genuinely mean that. From the bottom of my heart. Like, being stupid is actually the smartest thing you can do with this deck. Bro, we have 10 wins and 1 loss, and it's our first time using it! Oh my god, this is 10 times worse than P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant. The reason why this deck is worse than P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant is because it's way more well-rounded. Way more well-rounded. Chad, I think it's time to get the I Was Here's rolling, bro. We're 2 wins away! 2 wins away from going 12-1. It's time to get the I Was Here's rolling. Yeah, like I always say, I hate spelling towers. Especially if it's not even an Evo. Like, Snow is fine, because then you get to the Evo Snow. If I'm Barbarian Barrel, I maybe take no hits. Yeah. Oh no, we take a hit, okay. Maybe if I Goblin Machined, like, later. That's not a good start. Wait, Execution or Battle Ram? It could be like a form of bridge spam. I honestly just want to... Wait, what is he doing? Hold up. I have to let the Jynxzi lock. Wait. Then minions? I need to keep this Empress alive. Empress live? Wait, the Empress is gonna live. Wait, now I can Goblin Giant. Hold up! No, don't go in front, or don't go in front! Empress, don't go in front, don't go in front, don't go in front! Yes! Oh my god. Alright, okay. He took our tower. I did mess up against the Battle Ram. But I think we did more overall damage. Yeah, we did. That's tower damage. Yo, chat, this is for the 11th win, bro. This is genuinely so disgusting. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but I'm just more into the whole counter-pushing thing. Always have been, always will be. Bro, I think if we... there's no point in supporting this. I think supporting this is the only way we could sell. We're about tied on damage. Oh, never mind. Bro, the Barbarian Barrel is so good in this deck because it just allows you to get so much cheap defense, bro. Like, kind of like that. It's a dead Jynxzi. Wait, I honestly... Bro, I think if we Goblin Giant the pocket, he's gonna P.E.K.K.A. and then we just Rage. Where's the P.E.K.K.A.? There it is. Rage. Bro, peep the minions. Peep the minions. The minions. Nice, okay. Defending might be a little tricky because I don't have anything that resets the Battle Ram, so Evo Furnace is going to be our, like, go-to. I feel like he's going to Battle Ram to bridge soon. I sort of want a Goblin Giant, distract the Empress, then minions, and then DPS the Empress down. He might Battle Ram the pocket. But he has to defend, though. How is he going to defend? Is the real question. Oh, he can't even go in because he has to defend. He just lost. He lost. There's nothing he can do. I didn't outplay him. I just have a stronger deck, bro. That's all there is to it. Okay. One more win, bro, is all we fucking need. One more win. And we are about to pull off our first ever 12-win challenge live with our first time playing a deck. I was here in the chat. 12 wins. We didn't even need 2 losses. As long as our only loss was to Elixir Pump, which, like, I feel like is a 80-20 because I can't kill the pump. So he can just get, like, a 4 Elixir lead kind of whenever he wants. I already feel bad. This guy doesn't have Royal Chef, which means he's probably not running my deck. Ooh, Giant could be interesting. Maybe he's using... Dude, if he's using Giant Graveyard, that would be funny. Like, playing against my ladder deck with this. But yeah, man, I was top 90 in the world, bro. And then this deck popped up on the radar and haven't really been winning too much. Wait, that's definitely a barrel. We definitely minions here. Really good Barbarian barrel. That's a dead Giant? Yo, could I maybe... Nah, there's no way. It's fine. He has to answer the Empress. She is a pretty AIDS card. Oh, God. I don't even want to spell them. I kind of want to keep the Curse Rage as my little dirty little secret. I think he overspent. Not overspent, but he kind of had to... I don't even know what to say. It's like you almost have to overspend to defend this deck. Because the Empress is what... That's an interesting card. I'm all-inning into it. I'm going to Curse Rage and hope I get a really good rocket from the Goblin Machine. Nice! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have to eat the Muskie. I don't want to overspend. He's yawning. Bro, I feel so bad. I'm not even going to emote. He's literally yawning, dude. I feel bad. Chat, well, there it is, bro. As long as we don't choke, 12 wins, 1 loss, first time playing a deck. Our first ever 12-win challenge, bro, on stream. Dude, wait, he has pump. Bro, he should have been pumping from the jump. Bro, if he would have pumped earlier, he might have had a chance. Maybe he didn't have it in his starting hand, though. I have to machine. Dude, hold on. That Giant's not going to do shit. I need to save Curse Rage for the Musk. Wait, curse this? Bro, can I get the Rage down? Maybe? Is he 3-crowned? Chat, is he 3-crowned? Chat, is he 3-crowned? I don't want to overspend because I really do want to get the 12 wins. Definitely machine into the Muskies. I think if he was pumping earlier, he would have had a chance to just overwhelm me. Oh, that was a really bad minions because, yeah, they're lined up with the Muskie, and then I just get an even better Curse Rage. He's 3-crowned. 12 wins, 1 loss. Good God. Probably 6 of our wins, 6 or 7 of our wins were 3 crowns. I have no words, bro. There it is. What are the rewards you get for this? That's it? There you have it, chat. That is the deck.